Hi everybody, John here with Cruiser Customizing. Today we're going to take a look at the women's black brand motorcycle apparel available now at cruisercustomizing.com. Before we get started, I just want to let you know that on all the leather goods from Black Brand, they come with a 6-year manufacturer's warranty, and all the textile goods are going to come with a 3-year manufacturer's warranty. That is pretty much unheard of in the motorcycle industry. Also, Black Brand takes a portion of the proceeds and they donate it to Homes for Our Troops, which helps displaced veterans when they get back on U.S. soil. So just an absolutely amazing company and some fantastic things they're doing for folks here in the U.S. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off today with the Serpa Vest. This is a pretty much downplayed vest. This thing looks fairly plain from a distance. You get up close to it, it's got some really cool features. Let's go ahead and go over what makes it different from all the other vests out there. This one's premium, top grain, cowhide leather. So is everything else in the stack, except for 2 of the jackets down on the bottom. It's got YKK zippers. This is not something you're going to pick up at a bike rally. This is a quality piece. All of the leather and everything in this stack, it's not going to shrink, get brittle over time. This stuff is extremely good quality. Also, this thing has some cool features. If we look around on the side here, this has some crazy big, gnarly, knurled buckles. I wish these would have shown up on some of the men's jackets because I really like the look of the buckle. It's definitely got a modern feel to it, but it doesn't take too much away from the vest itself. On the front, not a whole lot going on. Black Brand doesn't throw their logos up in your face everywhere. They want you to make the statement, not the stuff that they're selling. So all of their logos are going to be super subtle. So this one, it's got an embossed logo right down on the bottom of the vest itself. You can hardly see it until you get right up on it. So it's nice that they aren't worried about spreading their name around, and they just give you a really good quality vest to wear. On the inside of this one, you've got one pocket over here on the side for storage and a nice silky smooth liner. It's also got this zipper that goes all the way around on the liner. And what's that, you ask? Oh, that's just so you can remove the liner, sew your patches on, and then zip it back up. If you've ever sewn patches on a vest, a lot of times you've got to cut the liner. It makes it uncomfortable after you get done. It's hard to sew it back and give it that factory finish. So it's nice of Black Brand to give us that, so you don't have to worry about it. You unzip it, sew your patches on, you're good to go. Next up, the Vintage Rebel. All of these jackets are going to come with an hourglass shape to them, and they've got gusseted panels down here on the bottom. So that's going to accentuate that gusseted or that hourglass look. All of these jackets are made specifically for the female body. They aren't just a repurposed men's jacket, so all of the cuts on these are going to be very flattering. On this jacket specifically, up front, we've got a couple pockets here. We've also got a couple pockets in the chest area. Those are all going to be for storage. If we move up to the very top on this one, you've got hidden away in the shoulders a couple vents that open up. You can't hardly see these whenever you're off the bike walking around, but when you're on the bike, you start to get a little warm, you want some airflow, just pop those open. That's going to give you the airflow you need. As you can see, the entire chassis, premium cowhide leather. It's got a nice distressed look to it. It's also got this the gray material on all the way around here. It just gives it a very nice vintage look. It looks like somebody's been wearing this around for years. It's extremely comfortable, and the leather on all of these, like I said, feels like it's broken in from the day you get it. On the back, we're going to need that intake air exiting someplace, so we've got some vents down here at the bottom. There's one on each side. They've done a really good job of hiding all of these in factory seams, so you can't really see them when you're off the bike walking around. Right at the very top here on the back, hidden within the seam, there's actually a piece of fossilite trim that goes all the way across. That fossilite is a reflective material. During the day, you can't hardly see it, but at night, that provides one strip of reflectivity that makes you glow like a Christmas tree. So it's nice that they've included that to increase the protective abilities of these jackets while you're out riding around. On the inside on this one, you're going to see the quilted liner. The quilted liner is pretty much the same all the way through the whole series we're going to look at today. They're going to have a pocket on them. They're going to have pink stitching for the quilting. And they're also all going to be removable. So if you didn't want that liner in there and you wanted those vents to flow a little bit better, you just unzip the thing and get it out of the way. This particular jacket also has a lapel pocket on the inside. So that's the Vintage Rebel. We'll go ahead and toss that one out of the way. Next up, we have the Sapphire. This is Black Brand's take on what I would call the traditional motorcycle jacket. These have been around for years, especially in the men's style. It's definitely got that traditional motorcycle jacket cut, but this one has a lot more going on with it. So premium cowhide leather top to bottom, just like everything else. Got a couple storage pockets up here at the front. Also, YKK zippers all the way around. We've got some adjustment straps at the waist. Those adjustment straps, again, you're gonna see those big, gnarly, knurled buckles show back up. I don't know why, but I really like those buckles. Hopefully they'll throw some knurled components on some of the men's jackets later on. Moving up this jacket is where things start to get a little bit more modern. So we've got the seam running right up the front of the jacket. And if you're off the bike, it's just gonna look like the normal seam in the jacket, but you can actually pop the zipper out here and you've got two vents. It's not typical for a jacket like this to have venting on it, and it's nice to see that they added it to what will probably be one of the more popular jackets in this Black Brand lineup. There's one of those on both sides, and like I said, once you're off the bike, you can tuck those zippers away. You can't hardly see them. You'll also see the Black Brand double B show up there. That's just a little bit of a styling accent on this particular jacket. They've got some embossed buttons on and snaps on some of the other jackets around. Also, right underneath the collar on this beast, it's actually got some pink dyed leather. So I thought that was kind of cool. It's hidden away. If you want to pop your collar up, you can show off the pink there. If not, just snap it down like normal. Nobody's ever gonna see it. We'll go ahead and flip this thing around to the back real quick. That air we're taking in on the front, it's gonna have to have some place to go. Coming up those factory seams, like a lot of the other jackets there, you've got an exhaust vent, one on each side. The rest of the back here, it's just gonna look like a traditional motorcycle jacket. And one thing, just like the other, the Vintage Rebel, the Sapphire has that same reflective strip. Goes all the way across the shoulders there. That's gonna give you some increased visibility at night. So if you like that increased visibility built in and you like drivers at night to be able to see you, but you don't want it messing up the lines on your jacket, Black Brand is doing a wonderful job mixing that stuff in. Next up, we have the Charmer. This one's a bit more retro than some of the other ones. It definitely still has that vintage feel to it, but it has a lot of modern technology built in. Premium cowhide leather. This one's nice and distressed all the way around. It looks like this jacket, you know, you pulled it out of your grandpa's closet and started wearing it, but the style is a little bit more modern. It does have these bronze style YKK zippers, so definitely gives it a bit of an old school feel with those as well. We've got pockets all over this thing, a couple pockets down at the bottom. These pockets right in the chest area, these are pockets, but they're also vents. If you look on the inside of these, they've got a mesh. It flows straight through to the chassis, and you can still store things in there, and they are a fairly deep pocket, but that's going to allow for air to flow right through this jacket, and it's got exhaust vents on the back we'll see in just a moment. The modern features I was talking about is that reflective material. This one's got it coming all the way up in the piping here on the side. It's also got it wrapped all the way around the shoulders, and these have kind of a shoulder pad look to them. Definitely an aggressive style jacket. If we flip this thing around to the back, again, you'll see that reflective material coming all the way up the back. You've got your vents tucked away there in that factory seam again, making this jacket look nice, whether you're on the bike or a casual situation. And to accentuate that hourglass look, gusseted panels right down at the bottom, and a continuation of the reflective material right here at the top. Quick peek at the inside. We've got that quilted liner, pink stitching, additional pocket, and also this jacket is going to have a lapel pocket on the inside. So that's going to wrap us up on the Charmer. We'll set it off to the side. Next up, we have the Mantra. The Mantra and the Sheared Beaver are completely different than everything else in the lineup. Instead of having the premium cowhide leather, these are made out of a top grain sheepskin leather. They're also part of a Platinum series. The Platinum series are all limited production runs, so if you want a jacket that not everybody else has, definitely check out one of these two because they're very unique. They're also made in limited numbers. So top to bottom on this one, top grain, premium sheepskin leather. We've got a textured leather at the top and it's smooth leather the rest of the way through. This one has embroidery that shows up all over the jacket. It's actually got it in the chest area here. It's got it at the bottom of the sleeves. And then it's also going to show up on the back of the jacket. This also has bronze or brass style buttons and hardware that show up all over this jacket. So top of the shoulders all the way down to the elbows. Definitely a bold in your face look. Got a couple of those that show up down here by the pockets on the side, and also the retainers for this adjustment strap on the side. This adjustment strap allows you to pull this in to give yourself even more of an accentuated hourglass figure. We've got the gusseted panels down at the bottom and the whole inside portion of this. So basically from the waist area all the way up the sleeve. This is actually not leather. It's got a blend, and this one is very, very stretchy. It's an elastic type material that has an abrasion resistance to it, but that allows you to wear this jacket relatively tight without being uncomfortable. And it's also going to provide you with a bit better airflow than just the solid leather there. If we flip this one around to the back, you're going to see a lot more styling features show up again. Brass bronze style buttons down there at the bottom. We've got some embroidery at the very tail of the jacket on both sides, and also some embroidered wings up at the very top. The wings are filled with different text, and from afar it just looks like feathers, but you get up close and you can actually notice that there's text within those. On the inside of these Platinum series jackets, they're actually going to come with a very brightly colored inner liner. The inner liner has provisions for CE level protection. You can put a back plate in here. You can also put shoulder pads on this one. So all of that's going to come undone. It does not come with the armor, but you can purchase that and throw it in there. So if you wanted some CE level protection or some D3O armor, you can go ahead and purchase it and throw it in there. So that's the Mantra. Next up, we have the Sheared Beaver. If you like more than one animal mixed into your jacket, this might be the one for you. So we've got that sheepskin leather chassis, and we also have real beaver fur all the way around the neck area, as well as around the cuffs for the sleeves. This jacket has a lot going on as far as styling, all the way across the top of the shoulders down to the elbows. It's got quilting done within the leather. And then right below that, you're going to see all of this embroidery. And then it's got these square style studs that wrap around on a lot of the styled seams. And then going down the front is actually one of my favorite accents and accessories on this one. The little styling accents down here at the bottom. Instead of just putting a regular round or circular button there, they've actually made it look like a bolt or a nut. So I thought that looked really cool. This one has, it's not as bronze colored as the other stuff, but it's not a bright silver, so it plays well with this style of jacket. As far as the hardware and everything goes, it's more like a brushed nickel. This one's got two adjustment straps around the cuff. These are going to pull up a little bit tighter or a little bit looser depending on what you want. You've got 3 positions on those snaps for adjustability. We'll go ahead and flip this around to the back real quick. This one does not have the gusseted panels that unzip. They're actually built right in, so it's going to accentuate that female figure again. You've also got straps for adjustment in the waist here as well. Those have 3 positions on each side, so that's going to allow you to get into that most comfortable position on this jacket and make it comfortable no matter what type of bike you're riding or you're off the bike. On the back, you're going to see that embroidery show back up again. More quilting all the way across the back of the shoulders. Flip this around to the front, take a peek at the inside. It's really more of the same. These Platinum series are all going to be the same on the inside. provisions for your armor on the inside. You've got back plate here, shoulder and elbow pad provisions. You do have to purchase those separately, but these are one of the only women's jackets that are going to come with provisions to put that armor directly into the jacket without having to modify the liner. Set this off to the side. Next up, we have the Temptress chaps. These are a full cowhide top grain leather chap. Chaps don't have a whole lot going on with them, so this will be fairly quick. It's got a zipper, runs all the way up the side, so you can get into these pretty easy, and got a couple snaps down there at the bottom. On the inside, it's got a nice satiny style liner to make sure you don't get chafed while you're out riding in these. Also in the thigh area, it's got an expansion panel, so these are going to be comfortable whether you're sitting or out walking around. You've also got one pocket that is a zipper closure, so if you need to carry anything around on the chaps themselves, you can do that as well. This one has a nice sturdy metal buckle right at the front with a nice cowhide leather belt, and it's got the adjustment strap in the back like a pair of traditional chaps, so you can get that perfect adjustment while you're out riding around. Also from Black Brand, we've got the Cheater helmet. This is one of the smallest DOT approved helmets. It's also one of the lightest DOT approved helmets. This is the .50. You can get it at a .75 as well. If you're looking for one of the smallest half helmets that's gonna have that DOT sticker on the back to get you certified in all 50 states, this is the one you're looking for. If you look at the inside, this thing's super small all the way around. It's not going to give you that big mushroom head look while you're riding down the road. You've also got the 3-snap visor. You can swap those out, put any 3-snap visor on the front you want, and you're good to go. You can also purchase these in the flat black with a pink Black Brand logo on the back. So if you wanted the skull in pink instead of gray, you can get that as well. As with the helmet, the chaps, all of the jackets, everything in the Black Brand runs true to size. If you wear a small, get a small. If you wear a large, get a large. You should be more than comfortable. You got 6-year and 3-year warranties on this stuff, so they're gonna stand behind it for years to come. If you do happen to have any questions on the stuff we looked at today, or anything from Black Brand, just let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you have subscribed to our videos. Lower right hand corner, just click on the Cruiser Customizing logo. That way you don't miss out on any of the new upcoming videos we're gonna have. You can also check out the description so you can find some links to all of these. Check out our Black Brand landing page so you can check out each one of the products in depth individually. Get something on order and get it out to you. All the premium stuff, or the Platinum series, that's going to be something nobody else in the neighborhood has. So if you want something very unique, definitely check out that Platinum series. That's going to wrap us up for today, everybody. Until next time, my name's John. Please ride safe.